So this is an AVC Advantage direct recording electronic voting machine. Like all DRE voting machines, it has a computer inside that interprets the buttons that the voter pushes and gives feedback to the voter, and also decides on the basis of what the voter does on the user interface what numbers to record for the candidates in its internal memory. And this is entirely at the discretion of the program that the computer inside the voting machine is running. If someone were to replace the program with a fraudulent program, that fraudulent program could give feedback to the voter that indicates that the voter's selections have been recorded, but could instead add numbers to the wrong candidate's vote totals. So if someone has access to the machine and is able to replace the program in the machine, they can install fraudulent firmware. In the election warehouse, and while the machines are being shipped from the warehouse to the polling places, the people who have access to the voting machines are the employees and the contractors of the election officials. But while the voting machines are in the polling places, then members of the public also have access to them. Because these machines are large and heavy, poll workers do not remove them from the polling places immediately at the close of the polls on election night. Instead, they're left in the polling places for a few days until a trucking company can come pick them up. A typical polling place is an elementary school gymnasium or a firehouse, and it's common to see in New Jersey AVC Advantage voting machines folded up just as you see this one here against the wall of the gym. And many of these polling sites are unlocked, not only during the day when the school or the firehouse or the church is in use, but even after hours for special events such as Girl Scout meetings. What I'm going to show you now is that anyone who has a few minutes access to the AVC Advantage voting machine can open it up and replace the software inside with fraudulent software. Now, in this voting machine, the computer program is stored on ROM chips that look like this. So I have here 3 ROM chips, and there are ROM chips of this type inside the machine that contain the firmware, and when the machines come from the factory, presumably they contain the firmware of the computer program as it's provided by Sequoia. And what I've done is I've prepared a fraudulent computer program, one that appears to count the votes, but in fact switches votes from one candidate to another.